guys, Doomar here. Welcome back to another video, and today we are currently working on our city, well, our apocalyptic city, that is, on a new building. I already did the front, just because I wanted to, show what the basic design is. So it's basically going to be this, but wrapped around the building, excluding this side, where I'm actually going to build a second building in this little section. That are gonna, the two buildings are gonna be connected. I considered at one point making a third one right here before realizing, yeah, there's not enough space, so that's not gonna work. But, yeah, so there is going to be a second building right here. After that, I'm not really sure. I could clear that block out, and it would just make it so there's a road there and a road here. Wait, if I cleared that out... No, because if I cleared that out, then you'd have to go... Yeah, that's not a good idea. So yeah, I'm just going to add the second building right here, and then just worry about it from there. And if you're wondering, oh gosh, why is it stone brick and that? It's marked prismarine slab for when Update Aquatic comes to console, and I can replace this with a better block. I also have to, here inside Dunkin' Donuts, if I can go into the bathrooms, replace this with dark oak trapdoor. There's quite a bit of work that actually has to be done once Update Aquatic comes out, but you know... What the hell is that? I have no idea what the hell that is. But you know what, oh god. Everything is good old fine and dandy, so... What we're gonna do is actually just continue working on the building. So yeah, let's start working on the side of the building. And, yeah, so let's just go from there, because I don't really have, a, kind of plan for this. I just kind of want to start working, and then, see what happens from there, you know? Alright, so let's come down here. See, within, video games and stuff, commentary can be hard. Within building, oh, commentary is so much worse within building, because there's long sections where you're just doing the exact same thing over and over again. Like right now, where I'm just constantly placing blocks, where that's all you're really doing, and there's no, exciting gameplay to distract people. So it's literally just, you have to commentate on pretty much, everything, to be honest. You have to, be okay, so, what we're doing now, or something. Just do something to make it so that there's, actually audio, you know? Otherwise, it just, they can hear every gap of silence, and they're like, oh god, when will the silence end? Talk already, just talk. The other thing is that, I didn't go to sleep last night, at all, and it's, 7 a.m. right now, so I kind of have to be quiet, but I have to be loud enough to where I don't sound like a monotone dick the entire time I'm talking, I say monotone dick, but what I meant to say is I don't want to sound like W187. Burnage! I'm sorry, but it's not funny. I mean, not because I'm insulting W187, I mean, who gives a fuck about W187? But, the fact that, none of my jokes are funny is why the joke is unfunny. So, that's nice. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Man, the last time I, was, I didn't sleep, and I was making a video, it was actually a live stream where I was building, and I was talking, man, okay, so here's how I basically talked throughout the entire live stream when I hadn't slept for, a day, actually I think it was 2 days. I was like, man, I'm this is, literally exactly how I talked. I was like, man, I'm just, trying to think here, what was I doing again? And then, I think, okay, so, I'm doing the same thing. Basically, my train of thought, I am not a very, mentally capable human being when it comes to the thought train already. I'll sit there and just be like, okay, so what what was I doing? Ah, fuck, what was I doing? That's me when I'm, not, when I've slept. When I haven't slept for, 2 days, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I spent, 2 minutes going, man, I'm, I don't remember what I was saying, so we're just gonna move on to another topic. I did that like 80 times in that live stream. Like, I would start a conversation with like one of the people watching the stream, which I think the only people watching was the White Octopus, and I'd be like, so like I don't know, I'm trying to like think, I'm trying to like mimic how I would talk, like whenever, like what I would be talking about. So how about that sushi, huh? I don't know. I don't know what conversations I have with people. Like, okay, so I don't remember where I was going with that. See, here's the thing. Like I said, even when I'm not, like, I'm used to staying up for maybe a day, but staying up for 2 days in a row, that I can't do without, like, just becoming pretty much brain dead for the entire duration of whatever I'm working on. But yes, I have quite an interesting tactic for making sure I don't pass out. It's called keep working, you piece of shit. And here's what you do. You just keep working or die because you're a piece of shit, okay? It's a pretty common strategy used a lot by people and more people and more people. And I'm not really sure where I'm actually going with anything anymore. But yeah. I'm probably son of a bitch. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna do most of the work on the interior far later. Like, as you can see, there's like that. I'm gonna have to do that much later on. Man, I keep misplacing blocks. Man, okay, I don't even know how I placed that there. Actually, I already kind of know where these blocks have to go, though. So, you know, that one actually is going to be pretty simple. Yeah, it's like just right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Yeah. So that's nice. At least with that one, I actually kind of already have it pretty much down. And then I can just bring this all the way up, and I can do the back 2 rows in a sec. Section. Okay. Even in the lighter side of hell, we sing with the light. God damn. Man, DA games, songs, when they get in your head, they get in your head. And they stay there for like a year and a half. Okay, this is like the worst thing ever. My wrist is itching. Like, just like the... it's like literally the worst thing ever. Like the underside of my hand. I almost tried to explain what the wrist is. Man, I don't even know. Oh my god. Oh my, why is my wrist so itchy? Seriously. It's like an ant just bit my wrist. In terms of itchiness. Okay, so you guys know what I mean, right? Like how, like, ant bites, they get itchy because, like they're itchy. You know what I'm saying. I know you do. It's really frustrating. You know, that's kind of not what I meant to do. I meant to keep going with the pattern I was already at. I didn't mean to completely change it up. But you know what, I'm just gonna do this because it's far more productive, and I don't know why I wasn't already doing it. obviously I can't tell for sure, but by the way, you can kind of see like the progression if you start from this side. Like you can see the evolution of the building. Like it started out with these, and you can tell they're like super low quality, like super destroyed buildings, and then you get this like mini skyscraper, or as I call a mini scraper, and it's basically just narrow little legs with windows. And then there's like the weird, I don't even know what this one is. This would look good, I'm gonna be honest. It's small. If I had made this like 4 or 5 like stories taller, this would have actually been a pretty good skyscraper. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna remake this one like deeper into the city, but much taller next time, because I actually really do like the design of this one. This is custom, by the way. This isn't one of the builds that I borrowed. Yes, I did borrow some of them from online tutorials. And to be fair though, the tutorials were literally instructing you exactly how to build it. So if you want to say it's unethical to use their builds, I gotta like be honest with you, then why are they making a tutorial on exact block by block placements on how to build it? Just saying, okay? Now, claiming it was your own, if someone like made a block by block tutorial and you followed, and then just claiming it was your own, that's unethical. That's bad. And I'm not gonna claim ownership over like buildings like that aren't mine. But yeah, you can see where that one started, and then that one, and then there's this one, and you can tell it's like a bit higher, like it's taller. It's like, I would say better in quality, and yeah, it's not mine. And then you got this one, which is mine. Although I've seen this in like 4 or 5 different cities, because it's so simple, but it's such a good filler, you know? Like, if you've ever been on like Massive Worlds, and you know how there's a bunch of like buildings that serve no point. It's a filler building just to make the world look bigger than it really is. And then after that, you can kind of see this building, and it's like much higher in quality, and yes, it's not mine. And then there's this one, which is also not mine. But then there's this one, which is mine. But like, you can see that over time, as I started using other people's builds, the world started to look better. But now, see, I spent a little time like watching different people's city tours, looking at the general themes that they used and general styles they used, and I started looking at it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I'm getting a bit. So after watching a bunch of videos and tutorials, like South Lake City and a few others, I decided to throw my hand in the ring and actually make my own for once. Yay. And I made this, and you know what? I actually do think it looks amazing. It didn't look that way before I added the row of birch. This one has been super improvised, but I just kind of winged it and started building, and I've actually liked it pretty good. It is a perfect square, by the way. I like counted out the distance between that orange block and the other orange block, which is like the outline of the roads, and like counted it, and it turned out to be, I think, 26. So then I just went across by 26 in this direction, built a giant ass square of sandstone, built the windows, and then decided to add the birch on later, because I was planning on adding other details onto it, because I knew it wouldn't look good if it was just birch, or just sandstone. So boom, I did that. Oh, and if you're wondering how it's done, so there's 2 layers of smooth sandstone. I would probably actually recommend maybe 3 or 4, to be honest, because this isn't very, you know. But basically what it is it's 4 blocks of blue stained glass, 1 block into the wall, 2 upside down staircases like that, and then there's the outline, then there's the birch layer, 2 sandstone in between, and you basically just keep on going and repeating that. But then there's like this weird cubes of 4 added to the side, because the way I did it, like after I like put the door in the center and then built the first 2, because this is where I started. I built the door and then did those 2. There was 4 spaces where I just couldn't do anything unless I put the window right here, which would only leave a 1 block space, and I didn't like that, so I just made it 4 blocks wide, which I actually think kind of looks better. Adds some gives it some structural God, I can't talk. gives it structural integrity, which is by far the thing this building lacks the most. Like, the first building I made, like, this, okay, so it was originally just a single block going up, and oh, it was bad. It was just a single block going all the way up, and as someone pointed out to me, and I even realized it myself, I was like, something's off, it doesn't look right, and he was like, yeah, it looks, like, super thin, and then I added this, like, that, just to make it look a bit, like, thicker, but I didn't bother doing it to any of the other sides, so it still looks, like, super, like, unsupported. I actually do like this thing as well. Yeah, this was, like, my first attempt at a skyscraper in this world, and I'm not really that much of a fan of it. I might tear it down and rebuild it, I'm not really sure. But then this was like my second attempt. And then after that, this is my third attempt at a skyscraper in this world. You know what, just because I want to give credit where credit's due, I'm going to go through the world and tell you what's mine. This is mine, except for these vehicles over here. Well, actually, the Jeeps, all three of the Jeep models are mine. They're all the same, but with different pallets. All of the Jeeps are mine. The cargo truck, the tanks, and all that, however, goes to someone whose name is MC Military Force. The gas station, theater, Domino's, radio station, police station, all of that, as well as, this skyscraper right here, and this one, as well as the Dunkin' Donuts, and the fire station over there. That's all TASCM or something like that. I don't remember. This, however, is mine. This, I don't know who it goes to. I watched this video, but I built it. I changed the color. He used orange, and I don't remember what block he used for that. I changed it to blue because I wanted it to fit better. This is mine, as I already mentioned. This is mine. That shitty little thing down there is also mine. This is by Magnum Musin, I think, if I remember correctly. And the park is my design, the little shrubbery. Don't ask why I put that. I just kind of, like, I was just building shrubbery. At first, I was just building random shrubbery, and then I thought, yo, wouldn't it be cool if I built something that, like, some sort of symbol that from the top, when you look down, you see it. And I just decided on, like, a cross because it was easiest. You know, no religious bias here. We keep everything separate here. Separation of all shit in Minecraft. But, yeah, so I just built the cross because, you know, I kind of felt like it. I just wanted to build, like, a weird symbol. Because so I started with this thing, and originally, I built, like, a shitty little thing that went down here, but then I decided I didn't like it, and then I was like, I do like that idea, so I built the cross right here, and then added the stone brick. Okay, I'm going into way too much detail, way too much fast, but yeah. So that's basically that. And I am going to continue using TSCM or TCSM or whatever his name is, I'm not really sure here, to create a few more builds. You might have noticed if you've actually seen his tutorial, I did do some changes. Instead of quartz, I used gray wool for that and this. I changed the sign's position, it's supposed to be facing the other way. Over here, I didn't like his sign, so I just made my own. Like, his sign used, like, cyan and stuff, and I thought it was too tall, so I made my own, which was a bit, you know, smaller. I also added different vending machines and trash cans outside of all of, a bunch of his buildings. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, my throat's chapped. I added this to the, oh good lord. I added this to the outside of the theater because I thought I needed something, as well as the exterior of the theater is mostly custom, except for those. I also added, like, some brand logos to the side of the theater to be, like, brands sponsoring the theater. No, I have never seen a brand sponsor a theater, and I have no idea where that idea came from. Ugh. Mainly, I just thought it was a bit empty. Oh yeah, the interior of the Dunkin' Donuts is mine. I never use the interiors that TSCM uses. Because, God, I am, like, struggling to English here. I always do my own interiors, with the exception of builds like this one, and, with the exceptions of builds like that one, and I believe, the radio station. With the exception of, oh, and, part of the theater. some of the theater is mine, some of it is his. Like, this is mostly his. I added some redstone torches right here with some black hole in it to look like supports. I could have used anvils, but I thought black hole would be slightly better for, like, a theater. Also, I, added the theater thing on the inside, too, despite the fact that that's not what he did in his video, just because I kind of liked it that way. But, yeah, with the exception of a few minor things, and, in this build, I also didn't follow his interior. Instead of putting the elevator there, I put a staircase. And for the elevator, and I actually do kind of like this, this is like, see, in all of my past worlds when I've done a broken, like an elevator, I've always used just a bunch of ladders at random points where you have to parkour your way up. For this one, what I did, though, since it's like supposed to be a full-on city, I added like a ladder for like emergencies. I have the actual elevator like stuck midway through. I have considered changing the material it's made out of, just because it matches in with the rest of the things, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. But, I also actually, like, all of the different things are right there, and, this is another thing I quite like. There's, like, an up and down symbol using upper, which, by the way, if you're making an elevator, I 100% recommend doing this, because I think it's really cool. And if you want, you can, like, put levers on the inside to, you know, make it so it's glowing or something. I'm not really sure. I also put, like, little green things behind the buttons, so when you actually click on them, they become green, which is, you know, pretty cool. But, enough of that. I also, yeah, I just added the staircase. But, yeah, enough of that, and, oh my gosh, I need to... oh my gosh, that soda is so flat. Ugh. Oh god. I was not expecting it to be that flat. I don't remember what I was saying now. But, yeah. I don't know why I always do this. Like, anytime I'm building, or, well, I haven't really done any building videos yet, but, like, anytime I'm working on something in this world, and recording, I always somehow get distracted and then go on a miniature world tour on accident. And I never, like, I never mean to. I'm like, okay, let's make a building video. Boom, ba-doom, boom. I have never said boom, ba-doom, boom before. Whatever. Oh my gosh, how is my throat this dry? Like, my throat is impossibly dry. Like, it feels like I just swallowed, like, a gallon of salt. Ugh. That's like... Ugh. I'm, like, physically cringing, though. Because, like, okay. I have, like, I'm trying to think of how to say this. I oversalt everything, because I take a shitload of salt. But, like, even I, like, cringe at the thought of, like, just pouring, like, a gallon of salt down your throat. Oh, God. Like, I'm just picturing it in my head, and it's, like, actually painful. It's like, like, that's, that would hurt, like, a bit. Like, you stab someone, yeah, they're gonna be in pain. You force salt down their throat, ugh, that's gonna really hurt them, like, mentally. Like, there are 3 ways to mentally scar, like, someone. Invite a clown to their house and then, like, get the clown to murder someone in front of him. Pour salt down his throat. And, make him watch My Little Pony. Those are, like, the 4 ways. It's funny because I only mentioned 3 ways, but I'm saying... Wait a minute. Okay, number 4, show him, well, actually, you know what? Okay, we're gonna get off this topic. Oh, God. I don't remember what I was saying now. I got distracted. Ah, shit. I don't understand this, man. get distracted, because if I get distracted and don't do the insides of the windows, I'm gonna be, like, that's gonna mess up quite a bit of stuff later on. And by the way, yeah, this is, like, such a simplistic design for Windows, but as I've learned, because, like, I even, the invasion, like, Minecraft battle map, and looking, I spent, like, the past few days working on this, but then also going and watching random people's city tours and city videos, and even just, like, going into, like, maps like the invasion, battle map, and the ruin map, and just looking at how they built cities, and I started noticing that, like, in the invasion map, and in a lot of maps, okay, so what I noticed is that there are two types of, like, city building. The extremely complex city building. This is, like, actually, this is kind of like the middle ground. Okay, so there are three ways. There's, like, the super, detailed, holy shit, city builds. They're, like, massive skyscrapers. They're, like, 90 by 90 blocks wide, and then go, like, 200 feet, or, meters tall, because every block is, like, a square meter, I believe. Is that how you would say that? Like, it's 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. So it'd be a meter. How do you say that? A square meter, or would you say meter square? Would you be like, yeah, it's a meter square? No, because that sounds like it's out of order. I feel like it would be a square meter. I don't know. But whatever. But yeah, there's either the massive ways you can do it, where it's like a just massive, like the size of 4 chunks skyscrapers, and they're pretty detailed. So there's like the massive ones, or there's not very much detail, but because they're so big, you can't really tell. Then there's like the middle ground with skyscrapers like this one, and then there's like the lower quality ones. However, even like this one, for instance, it's not lower quality. That's not what I mean. The simple ones. That's what I meant to say. Like skyscrapers like this one. These are the simple ones. Skyscrapers like this one. A lot of the skyscrapers, like all the skyscrapers in the Minecraft Invasion battle map. All the skyscrapers in a lot of different, like even a lot of great cities. Like I've seen a few different awesome cities by a few YouTubers. There's a lot of, like, even South Lake City has a bunch of skyscrapers that when you look at them, they're actually really simplistic skyscrapers. I mean, technically this is, I mean, you could even say this is one of the simple ones, honestly. But I kind of consider this, like, middle ground. In my opinion, there's simple, middle ground, and then complex. And then there's small, medium, and large. This is like a small, simple one, but it's pretty bad. This is like a small, simple one. It's actually supposed to be slightly taller. This is like a medium, simple one. This is like a medium, middle class one. And then this is like a medium, simple one, you know? Oh my gosh, my throat is like so impossibly dry. It seriously feels like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so bad. I did that wrong. That's supposed to be 1 layer deeper. I don't know how I managed to mess that up. That was like such a simplistic thing. I didn't have the damn top of the window. Wait, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought I like completely messed it up. That's sandstone. Yeah, oh gosh, I'm literally like, never mind. But yeah, I do know that, like, watching someone build skyscrapers is probably boring. I'm gonna be honest. If I were you, I would, well, I wouldn't. Mainly just because I'm really interested in this right now. But if I was watching someone just in general, like, if I was watching someone who was building like, a cool world, and he was building a skyscraper, I'd probably skip the video, maybe like skip to the end of it just to see what he does, or you know, something like that. Which, I mean, I know you might say it's kind of a dick move, and it's probably kind of a dick move, to be honest, because you're like ignoring all the fact that, I mean, not really. Is it? Man, I'm gonna be questioning that for the next like 8 days. I'm gonna be like, what are the ethics behind skipping to the end of the video instead of just watching someone build something? But yeah, I know it might be a bit rude or mean or whatever to just like skip to the end of a video, but I'll be honest, if it weren't for the fact that I'm working on this, I would probably skip to the end of most videos where people are building skyscrapers, just because skyscrapers are like the most boring thing to watch people build, because they follow the same, like you're literally watching the same repetitive, just one window at a time over and over again, with builds like that, and I mean that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. They're working on different things, they're moving along. With buildings like this, it's just the same thing, they're just continuously working and doing the same kind of work each time, you know? And I know that probably gets super boring. Which, to be honest, it's like, it's one of those things where building skyscrapers, like, it is boring. It's very, what's the word, like, it's one of those things where you're gonna want to procrastinate. When I was building this one, when I got halfway through, I just stopped working on it because I was so bored of building the same damn pattern over and over again. I waited until one of my friends came over, who's actually, I now consider him one of the map makers. Viper Plays, everyone. When he came over, I was like, yo, we can finish this. I mean, we can do this pretty simply now that there's two of us. Like, that's like double the work ethic. He's like, oh yeah, let's do this. And then we finished that one off. Skyscrapers are just one of those things. They can get boring building. To be honest, now that I'm recording, I'm kind of having fun building it. Just because I know I'm not just doing the same, like, task over and over again. I'm also, like, communicating. Which, even though, like, only 3, maybe 4 people will view this video, hell, probably not even that many, just talking, you know, it, like, helps. Makes it less trivial. And I say this as a person who constantly narrates to himself, which I'm not joking about. So basically, let me tell you what happened. So, I was like maybe 7 or 8 when I first discovered YouTube. Before that, I never once talked to myself. Didn't have imaginary friends or anything like that. Didn't talk to myself either. But then, after like watching videos and stuff, like as soon as I started watching videos of people, like I believe that, yeah, the first videos I kind of saw on YouTube were actually like Dan TDM's like original mod reviews, like his reviews of mods like the Frost, the Eternal Isle, like the, what's it called? Don't remember. Like the Adam mod and the Jurassic weird dinosaur mod. I don't remember what the mods' names are, okay? All I remember is the mod, like the mods. There was like a dinosaur mod, a desert mod, the Ada mod, and then there's like the mod that adds like the frostbite cave kind of things, which I don't remember what it's called either. Those are like the very first videos I ever saw. In fact, I'm pretty sure those were pretty much the first videos I ever saw. The first series I ever watched was actually the Diamond Dimensions, and I loved that series. I was like, yo, this is so cool, because at the time, the only Minecraft I had really experienced was on PE, Pocket Edition, the demo version, and this was long ago, so this was before Pocket Edition was on par with all the other consoles and devices and stuff, and a little bit of Xbox 360. And, like, whenever I started watching this computer footage, not just of modded series, but even the non-modded series, like, his husband versus wife survival, these are, like, series that are ingrained in my brain and are positive memories. I actually don't like, Dan's content anymore. I think he's gotten way too child-friendly, and you might be like, he was a Minecraft YouTuber, but even back then, yeah, he kept it mostly PG, he cussed a little bit, but it's not that. Like, it's not that he stopped cussing, that's not what makes it bad. What makes it bad is the fact that every one of his videos are centered on light-hearted, family-friendly fun. It's no longer just him doing the videos. Now, he's like, oh, come on! kitties. Like, he's like, I just don't like his content. I think his content has become, it's not bad, it's just not my thing, you know? Like, the audience it's aimed at, they like it, and you know what? That's fine. He's paying attention to the audience that most of his viewers are, and that's fine. Personally, I don't like his content. I think it's gone way too kid-friendly, but you know what? That's, again, personal opinion. And it's okay to be, like, kid-friendly, but, like, I don't like it whenever they become so obsessed with that, like, child-friendliness that they're literally, like, their entire channel is based on, like I said, little videos on finding the magic ice cream cone. I'm not saying he has to go full-on fucking suicide roleplay or, like, mentally, like, unstable person, the roleplay, or do what some people do and do roleplays on school shootings, which, by the way, I'm not going to be able to get over that because it's just really stupid. I actually found that video once, like, before it was a meme. Like, I was just scrolling around and I saw Minecraft school shooting, and my first thought was, oh god, no, please no, don't tell me this is a video. And I started watching and, oh no. The amount of times I said, oh no, while watching that video, like, every 5 seconds he would do something, like, every time, like, as soon as I heard the gunshots, I was like, oh no, please stop the video, no, stop the video, you don't want to do this, man. Oh, you know, I'm surprised how many of my Minecraft videos end up talking about, like, Minecraft school shooting roleplay. Like, I've ended up talking about that in, like, I end up talking about that somehow. I always end up getting to that topic in, like, every one of my damn live streams. Just because that's such a terrible video. Like, it's so bad, it's, whatever. The point is, I'm not saying he had to become, like, the most edgiest YouTuber ever. I just don't like how he became so child-friendly. But basically, what I was saying, I, like, went so far off topic. What I was saying, though, basically, is that after, like, as soon as I saw those first videos, I was like, holy crap, being a YouTuber, I mean, like, that's cool. You're just, like, you're making videos, you're putting your content out there. And as soon as I saw that, like, so what, basically, what I ended up doing is, me and my friends, after, whenever we started playing video games, we basically started to, narrate as if we were, like, talking to, like, you know, as if we were, like, narrating your, YouTube videos. So we would do that as we were just playing the game, you know? It was like we were literally narrating an actual video, but, you know, no camera. And it's not after, like, I started seeing all those videos, I didn't just start, like, whenever I was with them narrating my videos. I also started, like, when I was alone, actually, like, talking to myself, like, full on. Like, I'm talking, like, having full-on conversations with myself, like, being, okay, so, now, what we're kind of thinking here is, like, talking as if I was talking to people. I full-on narrating to myself, just, like, at all times. Like, walking around like, now I must find the glue stick so that I can glue this piece of paper on my page. Then, I can find the magic pencil. No, I don't mean like that, but, like, if I was thinking, I was like, okay, so, like, if I'm, like, I am not gonna say like, because I hate it when people say like 30 times. I hate when people say like 30 times, so I'm not gonna, like, start stuttering and doing like over and over again. But yeah, I ended up starting to, like, talk to myself and, like, narrate, like, different events, and every time I played video games, I would, like, narrate the damn, just, like, narrate what I was doing. I'd be like, okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start building the outer wall of this, and I just kept that going, and, I mean, they partially did, like, my friends did a tiny bit, but I did it so much more, and I did it even whenever, like, it wasn't just, with them. I did it, like, all the time. If I was playing a video game, I was probably narrating to myself. If I wasn't silent, I was narrating, and just, like, talking to myself as if I was talking to talking into a camera. And I kind of think that's one of the things that, like, I don't think I would be anywhere as good as commentating. And I am not a good commentator. I have the I would be much worse, though. You know? Like, I wouldn't be great, and I'm not great right now, but I would be so much worse if I hadn't if I hadn't been doing that. I would probably be much worse than I already am, which I'm pretty bad now, but you know what I'm saying, right? I honestly do think that did kind of help with the whole, you know, talking to yourself thing, because I know what a lot of people do whenever they're talking about, like, why commentating is harm, why commentating is hard, and I've seen this a lot. They're like, oh my god, my throat is so impossible dry. Give me a second. Good lord. Seriously. It's like I chugged a goddamn, like, I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, so what I was saying is, what a lot of people say whenever they're, like, talking about why they're not very good at, like, commentating and stuff. By the way, I do realize that I've been saying narrating instead of commentating for, like, most of this video. That's just because I'm fucking just completely, just absolutely stupid as hell. But, excuse that. But other than that, like, that's the most, like, that's what people say, is that they're like, oh, you know, it's just kind of hard to just sit there and talk to yourself for, like, an hour and a half or 30 minutes and stuff, just working while talking to yourself. Which I do understand that complaint, but I honestly do think that, you know, being used to it already, and since I already do narrate and talk to myself even when I'm not recording, I do think it definitely helps whenever I actually am recording. I think I would have, like, I'd be a lot less, on topic, and I know I get off topic, like, all the time, but you know what I'm saying, right? I'd be worse. And I do think, like, if you're gonna start, like, making videos, it's probably best to start narrating and commentating to yourself while playing before you start making videos, because I honestly do think that it probably will help you when it comes to the whole, well, the whole commentating thing in general. I just think it is good, and it will help you. But, yeah, so I'm gonna stop blabbering on about that, and, probably switch topics. Mainly just because, not really much else to do, except continue working. That's not, like, why I'm gonna stop okay, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna basically do what I always do and, drone off until I accidentally stumble into the next topic of conversation. By the way, I don't know if this is actually true, but from what I've seen, I am pretty sure that there's only one song that plays when you're in creative mode. Like in creative Minecraft, I'm pretty sure there's only one song that's playing that'll play besides like music. I'm not talking about music disc, but I mean like just normal themes for when you're in the overworld. I'm pretty sure it's always the exact same one, because there's this one theme that I can almost swear that I've heard it a trillion times, and it annoys me. I hear it so much, and I'm pretty sure it's the only one that plays. It's the one that's playing right now, by the way. I'm pretty sure this one playing right now where it goes, I'm pretty sure that's like literally the only one that will play, because I know I've heard this, like, not just like, because I've played for a while, like I've been playing since a long time, like just a long, I don't even remember when I actually started playing, because it was so long ago. Like, it wasn't like super early days of Minecraft, but it was pretty early on. Like, I gotta try and like think about this and try to like put it in perspective. I started playing when Nether cores were still in Pocket Edition. Wait, weren't they in? Okay, not just when they were in Pocket Edition. Like whenever it was the only way to get to the Nether in Pocket Edition. Yeah, but that's still, it was like that for a long time, so I still don't know if that's a very good way to express it. Point is, long time. I started playing Minecraft at least 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, hold on. I actually think I might know. I believe if you actually go to your channel, it tells you the date your channel was created. yeah, I joined YouTube on August 26th of 2014, so go back by maybe a year or two. So yeah, well, maybe 2014. I either started I started sometime around there, in like 2012, 2013, 2014. I think it might have been 2012. Hold on. No, I think it was 2013. Yeah, I think it was 2013. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2013. Okay, it was either 2013 or 2014. That I know, because it definitely wasn't 2014. That was like alpha and beta. But yeah, it was either 2013 or 2014. Because I only started watching YouTube a few months after I started playing the game. So yeah, it was either in 2013 or 2014 when I started playing Minecraft. So it was quite a... God damn, that's a long time. That's like 4 or 5 years. Damn. God damn, that's a long time. Which would make this the... Yeah, longest I've, well... not really sure. Because, like, the first game I played, it was either one of the original Marios, like, Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World, or, okay, so it was either one of the original Marios, it was either that, or maybe Sonic 1. Yeah, it was either Sonic or one of the original Marios. That was the first game I actually, played. And if you're wondering why that is, it's because, I live with, like my, dad. You see, he actually has, like, we have an SNES in the other room right now, which is really cool. We actually have a PlayStation 2 in there as well, which is really cool. And then at one of my grandparents' house on my mother's side, they used to have a, oh shit, what's that console called? The console that, Sega made, fuck, what is that called? It's not the Genesis. I believe that came later on. What is it? Ooh. It's... What was it? Wait, was it the wait, hold on. Was the first Sega game the Sega Genesis? Oh, I think it might have been. I think I was right the first time. Yep, I'm pretty sure I was right the first time, the Sega Genesis. Wait, maybe. Maybe. It wasn't Dreamcast, that came later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Genesis. Man, if it is, I have really good memory. I think it's the Genesis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Sega Genesis was the first Sega console, or Sonic 1, yeah. Okay, so, whether it was or not, point is, yeah, that might have been one of the first games, because might have been the first game. Like, there's a bunch of other games, like the original Crash Bandicoot. Actually, no, it was Crash Bandicoot 2 that we had on that. I think it was on on our PlayStation. Well, actually, yeah, it was on the PlayStation 2. But it wasn't that. That wasn't it was one of the first games, but it wasn't the first game. We also had the PlayStation 2 version of Pac-Man, which isn't the maze one. It's like the 3D one, I think, which was pretty cool. I still have fond memories of that just because it's in like it's one of those things where it wasn't really a great game, but I still remember like the opening cutscene and like some of the zones, like that weird clown world and that like the ocean world that you kind of like start near. And I still remember like some of the graphics just because I remember it, because, you know, nostalgia. I don't think anyone pronounces it nostalgia. How do I pronounce it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I usually pronounce it as nostalgia, but I don't know. See, I'm so stupid that, like, I literally can't even remember what I pronounce a word as. No, I did the same thing earlier in a live stream. Blair was talking about flipogram, whatever, and I was like, bitch, I don't care about your flipogram, you look like an anagram. And then, like, 5 seconds afterwards, I'm like, huh, I've used that word before, and I know what that word means, but I forgot what it means. Like, I had used it before, and I knew what it was. It's like the thing where you, like, switch words, like the letters in a word around. I knew what it was, and I had used it before, and I had seen people use it before, and all that. Yet I still managed to forget what the damn word meant. And I had to, like, look up anagram, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, right, that's what it is. Just because literally, I'm pretty stupid. Like, alright, there we go. We have pretty much done this entire side this episode. I think I'm actually going to end the episode here. We've done pretty much, and the rest of the building is literally just the same thing, excluding this side, where I actually am probably going to get rid of all of the windows. I'm going to leave, like, the window indents, I think, and instead just replace where the windows would be with smooth sandstone, actually. So yeah, other than that, I'm just going to replace the windows I did on the first few floors with smooth sandstone. I'm still going to leave the indents there, just because I kind of like the indents. It makes the inside of this room feel less flat, so I'm going to leave those in there. But yeah, so I'm actually going to end the video here, guys. I hope you all did enjoy the video, and hold on, wait, let me get done with this section before I peace out of the video. Hope you, shit, okay. Hope you all did enjoy this video, and peace out.